Welcome back. In part 1, we learned how to read a relative rotation graph from scratch, the two axes, the four quadrants, the clockwise rotation. In this part 2, we are going to see it all in action, right on the app. We will open the rotation graph, explore the sectors, drill into the stocks, and see exactly how breakouts and breakdowns appear on the chart. As always, everything you see uses data that is about 1 month old, it is illustrative, and it is for education only, never a buy or a sell recommendation. First, a very quick recap of part 1, in case you are joining us here. A relative rotation graph has two axes. The horizontal axis, the RS ratio, tells you whether something is stronger or weaker than the Nifty. The vertical axis, the RS momentum, tells you whether that strength is improving or fading. Those make four quadrants, leading in green, weakening in yellow, lagging in red, and improving in blue, and most things rotate through them clockwise. You read each dot by the direction and the length of its tail. If any of that felt fast, please do watch part 1 first. Now, let us see it on the app. You might ask, why use the app for this at all? Because building a relative rotation graph by hand is tedious. You would have to pull the prices of every stock in every sector, compare each one to the benchmark, calculate the relative strength and its momentum, and replot it all, again and again. The app does every bit of that for you, automatically, all the sectors, all the stocks, on a single screen, and it adds filters, drill downs, time frames, and the breakout badges on top. And here, it always does it on delayed, roughly 1 month old data, so it stays a learning tool. Let us start at the beginning. On the app, we open the RS and sectors page from the menu, and then click the tab labeled Rotation Graph, or RRG. Notice, right away, the label on the chart, it says the data is as of a date about 1 month ago, and it is clearly marked as delayed, not live. That is deliberate. The rotation graph on the app always shows you data that is roughly 1 month old, so it is purely for study and learning. Here is the sector rotation graph. Every major sector of the market is plotted as a dot, exactly as we learned in part 1. The green dots in the top right are the leading sectors. The blue on the top left are improving. Red on the bottom left are lagging, and yellow on the bottom right are weakening. Each dot trails a tail showing its path over the last 8 weeks. In one glance, you can see which parts of the market are strong and which way they are heading. On the left, the very same sectors are shown as a ranked list, grouped by their quadrant, leading, weakening, lagging, and improving. Next to each one, you can see two small numbers, the vertical distance and the horizontal distance. These simply tell you how far the sector sits from the center lines, in other words, how strong and how stretched its position is. The further out, the more extreme the move. Before we drill in, let us look at the controls along the top of the chart. Over here you can switch the time frame, weekly, which we are using, or daily, or monthly. There is a search box to jump straight to a name. There are quadrant filter buttons, all, leading, weakening, lagging and improving. And there are the breakout and breakdown filter buttons, which we will use shortly. Everything you learned in part 1 is right here, one click away. These quadrant filters are especially handy. Say you only care about the leaders. You click the leading button, and instantly the chart and the list show you only the sectors in the green leading quadrant, the current strength, and nothing else. Click improving, and you see only the ones turning up. It is a fast way to cut a busy chart down to exactly the part of the market you want to study, without any distraction. Now for the powerful part, drilling down. When we click on a sector, here, capital goods and defense, the graph redraws to show the individual stocks inside that sector, plotted on the same rotation graph, against the same benchmark. This is the top-down method we discussed. We found a strong sector, and now we are looking at the strong stocks inside it. Notice the header still clearly shows the data is delayed by about a month. Here are the stocks of that sector on the rotation graph. Each dot is a company, and you can read them exactly the way you read the sectors. The names sitting deep in the green leading quadrant, to the top right, are the strongest stocks carrying the sector. The ones in the blue improving quadrant are turning up. And the tails, once again, show you the direction each one is traveling. And now, breakouts. Look carefully at the list of stocks. Next to some of the names, you will see a small green up triangle. That triangle marks a breakout, a stock whose price, as of this 1-month-old date, had just pushed to a fresh multi-week high. In other words, it broke out of its recent range to the upside. On this date, names like AIA Engineering, Schneider, and AC were flagged with that breakout triangle. It is a simple, at a glance way to spot which strong stocks were also breaking out, combining rotation and price in one view. Let us read a single name together to make it concrete. Take a stock like AIA Engineering. From the list, we can see it in the leading group, so it is stronger than the market. It has the green breakout triangle beside it, so, as of this date, it was also pushing to a fresh high. And its two distance numbers tell us how far it sits from the center lines. In just a moment, without opening a single separate chart, we have learned that this was a strong, leading name that was also breaking out, all from one row on the app. The chart can get busy when a sector has many stocks. So the app lets you isolate one. If you click on a single dot or a single name, the chart highlights just that one stock in its tail, fading everything else into the background. Now you can trace that one company's journey through the quadrants cleanly, week by week. Click it again, and all the stocks come back. It is a small touch, but it makes reading a crowded sector effortless. If you only want to see the breakouts, the app makes it easy. At the top, there is a filter button labeled Breakouts, with the green triangle. Click it, and the chart and the list instantly narrow down to show only the stocks that were breaking out, hiding everything else. It turns a busy chart into a short, focused list of names, all of them combining relative strength with a fresh price breakout. Remember, though, this is 1 month old, and it is educational, not a signal to buy. Breakdowns are simply the mirror image. Let us go back to all sectors, and this time open a weaker one, the IT sector. Now, next to some stock names, you will see a red down triangle. That marks a breakdown, a stock whose price had just fallen to a fresh multi-week low, breaking down out of its range to the downside. So the green up triangle means a breakout to new highs, and the red down triangle means a breakdown to new lows. Two symbols, opposite meanings. And just like the breakouts, there is a breakdowns filter with the red triangle. Click it, and the app isolates only the stocks that were breaking down, the weakest names, falling to new lows inside a lagging or weakening sector. This is how you would quickly spot the parts of the market under the most pressure. Strength and weakness, breakouts and breakdowns, all on one screen. One more useful detail on the app. Next to every name, you saw those two columns, vertical and horizontal. The vertical number is the distance from the up and down center line, the RS ratio line. The horizontal number is the distance from the left to right center line, the RS momentum line. Together they put a precise number on what your eye already sees, how far from the center, and in which direction each stock or sector really is. And I want to draw your attention, one final time, to this label near the top of the chart. It always states the exact date the data is from, and it clearly says, delayed by about 1 month, not live. Every single view of the rotation graph on the app carries this. It is there so that this powerful tool stays purely a learning and study tool, built on delayed, illustrative data, never a live trading feed. Before we wrap up, let me warn you about the common mistakes, because the page can hurt you if you read it wrong. First, chasing a dot that is already deep inside the leading quadrant. By the time it is far out there, the move may be extended and about to roll over. Second, ignoring the direction of the tail, a name sitting in leading but curling downward is weakening, not strengthening, and the tail is telling you that. Third, treating the daily time frame as gospel. Daily is noisy, weekly is the trend that actually matters. And fourth, forgetting that this educational view is delayed. The data you are looking at here is about a month old, so it is for learning the method, not for taking a trade today. There is one more control worth knowing about, the date box. The chart already starts about 1 month in the past. But you can use this date picker to rewind even further, to 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and so on, to study how the rotation actually unfolded over time. This is exactly the practice exercise we talked about in part 1. Roll the chart back, read it as if it were the present, and then step forward to see what happened. On the app, it is just a click on the calendar. Let me leave you with a few practical tips for the page. Start on the weekly time frame. It is the cleanest for seeing rotation, and only drop to daily when you want to fine-tune. Lean on the quadrant filters to focus on just the leaders or the improvers, and use the breakout filter to find the names that are both strong and breaking out. Hover or click any dot to read its exact numbers, and use the isolate feature when a sector is crowded. And the golden rule, one more time, never act on this chart by itself. It shows you where to look. You still confirm on the stock's own price chart and with your own research. Before the final workflow, let us pull it all together in one quick summary. First, the chart simply shows you where each sector and stock sits compared to the Nifty and which direction it is rotating. Second, the colors, green leading and blue improving are your strength, while red lagging and yellow weakening are your weakness. Third, the badges, a green up triangle is a fresh breakout to new highs, and a red down triangle is a fresh breakdown to new lows. And fourth, the tools, the filters and the isolate view help you focus. The date box lets you rewind through history, and every single view here is on delayed data, roughly 1 month old, for learning only. Keep those 4 in mind and you have got the whole page. So let us put the whole workflow together, the way you would actually use this page. Step 1. Open the rotation graph and find the sectors sitting in the green leading and blue improving quadrants. Step 2. Click the strongest of those sectors to see its stocks. Step 3. Turn on the breakouts filter to find the strong names that are also breaking out. Step 4. Glance at the breakdowns in the weak sectors to see what to avoid. And step 5, the most important, take that short list into your own research. The app narrows the market down for you, but the decision, always, is yours. And that is a complete tour of the relative rotation graph on the app, the sectors, the stocks, and the breakout and breakdown badges, all on delayed, 1-month-old data. If part 1 taught you the theory, I hope part 2 has shown you how to actually use it. If this helped, please subscribe to Atredililip for more, and do watch part 1 if you have not already. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, everything here was for education only. Take care.